Hello, friends. So I wanted to introduce the Choose Your Own Adventure game to you today and do a little bit of sharing with how to work with GitHub in the process. So I'll go ahead and share my screen. And here we are in GitHub. And so I'm going to create a new repository. And I've actually, if you watched another video, I had one of the same name, I just went in and deleted it. So this is going to be the Choose Your Own Adventure game for Spring 21. So I'm going to make this public, and I'm going to try to share this repository with a lot of people. I'm going to add a README file, git ignore, and I'm going to just use the Java template. And then I'm going to use the MIT license. I encourage you to read these licenses if you're worried about copyright and fair use and things like that. So once we've got our repository made, then we can just grab it. And actually anybody can grab this code, I believe. I'm not quite sure on that, what a public means, but I think anybody can find it. So once we've got this copied, I'm going to go here to Eclipse. Well, I don't want to do this yet. I'm going to kill, I'm going to do delete the repository, working tree, and I'll hit delete. Okay, something went wrong. So I've got the Eclipse, I've got rock, paper, scissors, 1053. Okay, doesn't look like, it looks like it got gone there, so that's okay. So I'm going to delete this out of where I keep my files. So I'll just hit, oh, 1 second. That's why I was running into problems. Okay, so now I can delete it here. Now, if this was a brand new repository for you, you wouldn't have to do this. I'm deleting all of this stuff off so that I can show you how just to get started. So this is my folder. I've got a hard drive called J on my computer and a repository or a folder called Git. And then I try to put a lot of my Git projects inside that folder so I don't have to go looking for them and try to guess, okay, did I get this downloaded or not? Okay. So here is our video, our workspace. And so I'll hit launch. Splash screen popped up on a different screen, 4-monitor setup, just like I do in all of my desktops. I figure if you're gonna be stuck in one spot, you might as well have a few luxuries your laptop can't afford. And so I've got four monitors on my desktop rig. Okay, so hopefully this looks familiar. I've done a few more projects in GitHub, and so I've got a few more things here. So we're going to be using today our Git staging area and our Git repositories. And so I'm going to assume that yours looks more like this, that you probably have like a console down here and maybe the projects were here and then your code here in the middle. So in order to get those other windows back, you go Window, Show View, Other. And so then it's got a list, and under Git, there's Git Interactive, Reflog, Repository Staging, and Tree Compare. I'm going to use repositories first. So we'll open that up, and here it pops up. Now, this time, I'm going to do this completely here. So I'm going to use clone. And so I already had that copied in my clipboard. It's a little creepy to me, but it already pasted that in. It gives it a repository path. Next. Okay, so branches, there's its main. Now, I do not want it in that directory. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to go to this PC, my J drive, my Git folder, and I'm going to hit save. And so it'll save it where I would expect it to be saved. All right. If I had existing, I can just import all existing projects after we're done. And then I can hit finish. And so it pops up here. And I actually don't have anything in this yet because it is now currently brand new. Now I can do file, new. We're going to get started on this. So I'm going to call this Spring 2021. And I use the default Java runtime environment. Sometimes this saves me a few headaches. And then I'm going to hit finish. And I don't use the module info.java, so I don't create it. If you notice, it doesn't say any repository name or branch name after it's done. So I'm going to right click this and I'm going to come down here to, oops, where'd you go? There's team and then share. And repository, you've got the choices. I choose the one that I like and it's already selected. And so I just hit finish. Okay, so now it recognizes that it's attached, but we don't really have anything. So I'm going to do a new, and I'll just do a new class, and this hopefully will look familiar. I'm just going to call this Hello CYOAG, public static void main, finish. Run it. Okay, so now the question is, how do we get this up to the internet? So I do window, show view, other, and now we add git staging. And so we can see here's all the fun stuff that this is going to create. So add all of those. Now these are all staged changes. And now I can come in here, I can say start CYOAG. And I just hit commit and push. And it takes all of those changes and it wraps them up and now it pushes it up. So it says, hey, I pushed this up and now I can hit close. Now, if there's one thing I've taught you about working with Git, it's don't ever trust anything until you can see it with your own eyes. So here's the choose your own adventure game, start of coding. And so we can see this here. All right. I'm going to hit browse files. There we go. And now I'm gonna actually modify this right here. And oops. There we go. Okay, now we can make changes. All right, so I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to grab this line. And I come down here and I can set the changes. Okay, and so now I want to see those changes appear down here. So to do that, I just right click on this. This is our repository name. I just right click on it. I come up here to pull. And it pulls all those changes. Where are you going? There it goes. It'll pull all those changes down from the cloud. And so here we can see the text matches. All right, friends, what you do with it after that, that's kind of up to you. And I hope you have a lot of fun with it. I hope you enjoy it. This can be the beginning of a lot of fun, and I encourage all sorts of shenanigans, all sorts of different activities. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please do let me know. Oh, one more thing before we go. Very important thing, I think. So here is one more thing I wanted to show you on this video. On here, if you want to share this with somebody else, you go to Settings, and then you go Manage Access, and then you can invite teams or people. And then once you've invited people, then you can set the level of their participation. So you can say, allow them to do editor or write or view or anything like that. And so you just start typing things in here. So I can type in, yeah, there's me, and here's other people that I've possibly worked with. Yeah, this is one of my students from Computer Science 2 currently. And so anyway, lots of easy ways to collaborate. Hope that makes sense. The cloning it, whether you're the one that created it for the first time in GitHub, or if you're the one that got it shared with you in GitHub, that process is the same. Choosing to import files, that works great. If ever a repository does an import and you can see it on your hard drive, what you can do is just go File and then Import. And if it's a Git project, you can do projects from Git with Smart Import. If it's just on your hard drive, it's an existing project into your workspace. So either one of those work great. Lots of fun stuff, but I know there might be other questions. So please do let me know if you have any questions or if there's anything that I can do and help. All right, friends, thank you all for your time. Hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.